Welcome back to Crypto's juiciest news, looking at a $96,000 Bitcoin price, probably around $95,000. We are looking at it right now, friends. This is a chart just to show you that the red line is Tether's market cap. It is still boosting up. This is the global liquidity, and maybe the chart needs to be edited, but yes, hopefully they're on the rise soon. Also be careful, right? This Tether market cap is going to trap everybody at the end, all right? But I've shown you on this, those friends, like, there are a lot of people, they love sitting in the hotel cuck chair. They're born to be cucks. They just got cuck written all over them. I've made for them 4,500 videos. And for some reason, they look at me and they go, you know what? This guy looks like a winner. I want to be a loser. I was born a loser. I like cleaning up after the business on the hotel bed, not participating, just watching and enjoying it. That person's a cuck. They're just refusing the highest value content in crypto, which is okay, friends. It's completely okay. You know, like if you walk into an ice cream store, you know, I like chocolate, I like pistachio, sometimes I like a bit of the mint. Okay, but some people are like, hey, Mr. Ice Cream Man, do you have dog shit? Do you literally have a dog that just squeezes poop out of its ass? That's the type of ice cream I want to eat. Friends, these people, they're just never going to win. And there's nothing we can do about it. But for you, you are here to win. You're like, please, Tommy, please show me the friendship and kindness. I will show you the friendship and kindness. Back in the year 2021, okay, the Tether market cap was still going up and minting throughout the bear market. All the way here. Look at this. This, friends, is the October. This was the November high for Bitcoin, 69K. By here, friends, by April, most altcoins totally gone. Totally gone. Like they were down 70%. All right, they had already done the 70% move by here, and that was it. This is little dead cat bounce. Do Kwon buys 40,000 BTC here, and then he gets dunked on. Everything gets liquidated. Okay, and look at actually Tether stopped increasing in market cap. It was right here after Bitcoin was already back down to $26,000. It was already over. Okay, so that's what I'm just showing you, friends. On the way up, it's good. It keeps going up and up and up. But eventually, what I believe is going to happen, because no one's going to learn this. Okay, but you've learned this. We could be like into May of 2026, and Tether's going to still minting like $5 billion. And everyone's going to be like, whoa, the bull market's still on. Tether's still printing. Tether's still printing. During this time, Habibs and Habibets, Luna went to $100 here, and NFTs were still going. So you had this extremely rare pocket of the wild unicorns, and also there was hype around PulseChain expecting to launch soon. So that there was no price reflection in HEX there, but there was like, oh, things are going to launch soon, right? So you think, oh, don't worry, we're going to be fine in the bear market. We'll be able to earn yield and everything out here. And then everything went to poop house. Now, you know, friends, I guess everyone's learned now. Don't fade the cycles. So that's why you watch me, friends. Just like I watch you in a very family-friendly way, through the windows, not doing anything nasty over there. This is others BTC. This is a monthly chart, okay? Yeah, it sucks. This is the monthly chart, still red. So that's why you want to know why is everyone depressed? It's right here, man. After Donald Pump won, altcoins had 1, 2, 3 red monthly candles against Bitcoin. Ouch. Ouch. And the sad part is, in the past 2 bull markets, it only had 2 red monthly candles and 3 red monthly candles in that big bull market year. We're in February, 2 months of the year have crossed, and we've already done 2 months. Everyone's like, what? So I'm hoping we reverse by the end of the year. You never know, man. It's pretty much got to come down to Ethereum. If you want us to reverse, Ethereum has to do a crack up move. But if it doesn't, it is what it is, man. You know, we just have to wait and see. Now, even though Bitcoin looks like it's actively rugging us right now, it's still green here. Green weekly super trend. The prices are harsh because, yeah, altcoins tick down aggressively. So, friends, here's the funny part. I love just cycles repeating. I'm so baffled. Like, there are Bitcoiners. Okay, Bitcoin. I'm a Bitcoiner. Okay, but I mean, you know, the Bitcoin Maxis, Bitcoin only guys. They're coming in, or people with like big portfolio percentage Bitcoin still. They're coming in and they act like shocked. They're like, I just can't believe, guys, Bitcoin's doing great. Why aren't you? How he's feeling upset? See, in their mind, they've already priced in. Oh, Bitcoin's definitely going to like $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. That's what they're saying. Okay, now here's the thing. I hope we do get the 300K plus BTC, but I'm just letting you know, in 2021, that's how everybody got molested as well. Because when Bitcoin was down here and altcoins were down, people were saying, guys, why are you upset? Bitcoin's like going to go really, really well. We're going up to 180K, right? And then we didn't. We stopped at 66. We were down. So pretty much all those Bitcoin Maxi types, the exact same thing happened 4 years ago, just to let you know. So when altcoins were down lots, they were saying, why are you upset? Like we know Bitcoin's going to the moon, and then it didn't. Bitcoin didn't either go to the moon. Again, all those people who were just like flapping their lips, blah, 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 all of them, it turns out they were all selling down here, and then they'll also start to sell 20K and everything out here. So all those people who are just talking, or literally all talking for nothing. So what you actually find, friends, is that most people are just projecting when they talk about stuff like here, like, oh, why are you feeling like that? Why? People are talking, they're actually just projecting. Yeah, which pretty much there's something wrong with what they're doing. Also, it's not just guessing. When Celsius database was leaked in 2022, we found out a lot of the Bitcoin Maxis have Ethereum and Chainlink. And on their channels, they were only talking about Bitcoin. And it was funny, the same guys, like there's one guy, but it's a representation of a lot of people. Yeah, one guy they found, on his Twitter, he said anybody who earns yield is a sinner. Couldn't believe it. Yeah, he said, you seek yield, you're a sinner. Guess what he had in Celsius? Firstly, no one even knew he had a Celsius account. He'd never talked about it. Oh, because it's Bitcoin Maxi stuff. That was back when Twitter had the Bitcoin logo, right? He had Celsius, he had Ethereum, he was staking. He was earning yield, dude. You know what I mean? For just you know what I mean? You know, just words are nothing, dude. Listen to the actions. This is the Ethereum price chart. Yes, it looks like it's rugging in real time. Bitcoin and Ethereum still need to rise up above. Let's see where we go. Now, friends, as I've mentioned to you, a lot of people just love being cucks. I don't know why. They love the cuck chair. They might like the texture of it. They might like how it feels. They might like the fact that they're not participating in whatever activity they're watching on that hotel. But maybe they just really like cleaning. They like cleaning other people's bodily fluids without participating. You know, some people like that. Well, there is, all over Twitter, what I like seeing is a lot of people believe, look, and it could be true. I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be true. People are saying interest rates have to go like near zero, and they have to start up QE to get a bull market for altcoins. Okay. In 2017, we had the biggest bull market ever, altcoins and everything. This is 2017, and interest rates were being hiked. It was a tightening period. So interest rates are just a response to the economy, friends. They don't just activate QE because like they want to. They activate QE because they go, oh crap, there's no demand in the world. There's literally none. We have to force it. Yeah. What we're doing right now is like this gentle cutting down to kind of like base off this stuff of inflation. Seems okay, but I think everyone just wants some sort of signal to get in. That's what they look for. But you know how markets are, man. Look, what if they start QE like next year March, and that's like a fake dead cat bounce? And then crypto goes down even lower, right? Maybe that happens, you know. And by the way, just to let you know, if you want to know what happened in Donald Trump's post bear market cycle, yeah. So we have, remember, orange is Bitcoin. Look at this, friends. The orange, look what happened. Bitcoin and crypto was in a bear market, but stocks were going up. You see, and then they all capitulated down together at the end of the year. So that's just showing you like, but here's the thing. You don't have to be scared about that scenario. Crypto only went down. Why? Because it went up so much first. You know, so you don't have to be worried about a hangover. You don't get a hangover unless you drink and party. If you're not going to the party, okay, who cares? You know, you just wake up every day. It's like normal. Now, I know everyone's still really worried about, you know, how we're going to finish now. Well, if we are repeating, I know, kicking down the count down the road, if we're repeating 2017 cycle, it's got to be March. That's why I've said we're at the end of the road. This is literally the last month. We have to start. Like, we have to, like, crack up. And if we're not cracking up by the beginning of March, uh-oh. Okay, but what's uh-oh mean? I don't know. I'm going to keep holding. Friends, you just, bull markets. Okay, you want to go for a longer, you want to give us a 10-year bear market of altcoins, whatever. I'm just going to keep holding. Now we'll crack on with the news. All right, so this, friends, HEX Origin Address, the daughter addresses have staked HEX for 15 years, making it more scarce to earn HEX, okay? So these are all the addresses moving. I don't know how much the exact total was, but yeah, I'm sure it's a lot. So pretty much now, friends, as you've seen, just to alert everybody. So the incentive token inflation has been cut drastically. The yield's so much lower. The liquidity's basically pretty much all been pulled. And the people who want to sit there and earn it's fine. But also, right, when the yield's down so much, the inflation handout is down so much, even if the yield is, it looks okay there, if people just keep adding, it drops quickly, right? So here you have PulseX and Pulse, 1.8% yield. Here you have the HEX and Pulse, 3.5%. That's because all the liquidity got pulled. Look at this. PulseX liquidity, 30 million, right? So they've got removed. It used to be like, what, 45 or 50 million or something at one point. So now that it's thinner, it's easier to push up. And the liquidity is thinner for PulseX. The big one's Pulse, man. A lot of it, the Pulse, that's going to lift literally the whole ecosystem. HEX also had enormous addresses pulled. So what's going to happen there? Look, if Richard's in control, friends, he might do something like bring HEX back to the 1,000 PLS ratio. But I don't know. I don't know. Look, I just don't know when it comes to this. Like, if you can, I guess, smack this up. Right, you can do this smack up because this one, HEX, for some reason, obviously it's for some magical reason, it just did this move, no one knew joined in. It's like, oh, this thing's rallying, it's literally no one knew. So if this thing went on some sort of nuclear run, that's a 5x move. But yeah, it depends what the market wants. So you see, what you find is you can smash a market somewhere, but does it hold? You know, maybe they don't even care about holding, to be honest. But yeah, Pulse and PulseX, they're still down after a very, very, very long time. It would be, I guess, in everyone's best interest, everything just kind of moves up together. So if everything did move up together, Pulse, PulseX, EHEX, PSE Inc., they kind of move up together. There's not much, there's no impermanent loss. It's just that you don't know. Like, what if Richard, for example, just smacked up Pulse? What if he just smacked up PulseX? Like, what if PulseX goes up on a nuclear run by itself? Just one coin. Maybe, see what I mean? If you're in the farms, you're going to have impermanent loss because you're not earning enough ink to compensate for it, right? But how likely is it for that to happen? That's why you just don't know. It's not worth it. Like, your yield, your reward is not that high anyway. But I mean, like, Ink's price is like $2.60 now, $2.50, $2.60, $2.50. Yeah. So if Ink got back to, like, you know, $10 to $15, probably viable to add the liquidity again. But that's what we're waiting for. If it got there, that's a rising. Everything else that together, we'll see. In some more news of the day, friends, China. They announced they're imposing more tariffs on Americana. So US energy and their vehicles, motor vehicles, friends, 10 to 15% tariff. What does it mean? Probably more jitters, stock market. How do we price it in? This new world, they're just adjusting this stuff out here. Yeah, I'm sure all this will eventually get weeded out, friends. People are just going to make up a reason. Like, I already tell people are going to... There are people jeeting altcoins right now, and they're probably just saying, "Oh, but the tariffs, but Trump, but the tariffs." Come on, dude. There was a world zombie virus going on out there. People didn't know if they were gonna die when they walked out. They did not know. I remember, friends, we were filling up petrol at the gas station from Americana baby dolls, or the petrol station, if you're ever else out there in the world. We were out there because you didn't know at the start, and there's all this information. I was in crypto, right? I didn't have enough time to read about, like, hey, is this virus going to kill me? Is it going to start eating my flesh? Because I'm just watching crypto, right, during that time period. Remember, I was just scared to touch the nozzle of the petrol gauge, just filling up petrol. I was scared because I'm like, man, what if I didn't read something? You know, because a lot of society has all these, like, weird unwritten laws that you never really get taught as children. Like, oh, don't put this food next to this. Oh, you're meant to do handstands if you want to get pregnant as a guy. You know, all these other weird things that just society knows. And then, you know, people who are like, it's always low-level plebs. They're like, oh, they call other people stupid for not knowing this stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going down. See that fear? No one knew. I was like, oh my gosh, if I touch this, am I going to die? You know, and then what do you think all the mid-curvers? It's always the same people. It's the same losers on Twitter. There's always a Japanese hentai. Some of the Japanese cartoons, anime, weirdos come out and they go, why are they going to buy altcoins when they don't know if they're going to be alive in 6 months? What did they do? They went all and bought altcoins. Exactly. We had the alt season. In fact, they shat all over your fundamentals in 2021. They bought Doge 250x up. They bought Cardano, a layer 1 smart contract platform, without smart contracts enabled. You see, it was pretty much a meme year when you think about 2021. And gaming coins, yeah, do you play any of the games? No. It was just, hey, let's throw a game next to a token. Don't need the token. Let's throw it in anyway. JPEGs, monkey JPEGs, CryptoPunks JPEGs. See what I mean, friends? It pretty much, it went so far how people didn't expect. Well, like right now, what are people thinking? They're thinking, oh, well, just no one's ever going to buy stuff with unless the interest rates are zero. But, you know, we didn't care about, we're not trying to predict this macro stuff, friends. I learned this off Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett, in all these university lectures, all these presentation speeches, he goes, I'm not trying to predict. I don't care what the economy is going to do up and down. I don't focus on that. I want a good company. That's it. I want a company that can weather the storm. That's why, friends, if this works out, when it works out, HEX being down 99%, and people, they bring me on some of these big channels. And like, how did you know? How did you know? I go, dude, this community survived the 99% down, and then they bootstrapped the chain. Okay, that's like I told you that I got shot in the head 15 times, and now I'm going to release a helmet. You know what I mean? Aren't you interested in the helmet? You know what I mean? I got shot in the head with his helmet that I made 15 times in a row. I'm literally still alive. Are you not at least a bit interested in the thing I'm going to make? You see, it's the same thing. And I guess you can only evaluate these things after it's over, right? Other interesting news, friends. CZ, so who is a confirmed friend of the channel, following me, CZ from Binance, he hasn't bought a single meme coin, he said. He goes, but, so what happened was, there's this token called Test Token. I think it's from Binance, but it got listed on Binance. I actually posted as well, friends. There was some insider who bought, he made $2.5 million. He front run the listing. He bought before it and then he dumped right on the listing. So, I don't know, I guess it's crime season. It's crime season. You know, look, friends, when you hear these, okay, I want you to know, dude, don't let yourself get upset. That's just the world, dude. That's just the world. Friends, trust me, there's a lottery ticket, a thiever, someone who got lucky. Trust me, they're always going to be a part of life. They're always going to be there. Everyone knows someone like that. There's always someone like, friends, even I've grown up. There's been people who are like rotten to the core and they like win the lottery. Yeah, I'm not joking. I won't tell you a story. People find out who it is. But they, you know what I mean? Like, so people just will be like, you don't deserve any good luck. And like, they'll get, you know, they just get fortune and stuff handing out. And what are you going to do about it? You can't do anything. You know what I mean? It's you. Is it you? No, it's not you. Okay, we got to figure out a way that we can win, you know, because there's for every one story like that, there's 100 stories of the people who worked 18 hours a day to get the success that they deserve. Now, CZ also said he's not involved with the Binance listing process, but also that could be a technical term. I don't think he's allowed to be, but like he's probably like if you walked in, like, hey, you know the company that is giving you a job right now, you mean the one I built? Like you're always gonna listen. Like let's say Richard steps away, and then he just approaches like a protocol. Surely you're gonna listen to what he says. He's like, oh, you should do this, or you should, you know what I mean? Like it's the same thing. But yes, when it comes to these test tokens, all this other stuff out here, some people are thinking maybe Binance now has like a meme season, or has meme coins and altcoins. Remember Binance, friends, very, very, very strong coin, very strong coin. 88 billion market cap. You know, one of the top out here because they have the buy and burn from Binance Exchange, which they don't talk about because that creates expectations. But if you look at the price action of the BNB BTC chart and BNB ETH, you can see that when the market was dumping, they're rotating their profits into the BNB coin and keeping it a bit out here. I mean, I'll just show you again. And you can see it right here. So BNB went up. This was the bear market. You're like, hey, like, wait a minute. Yes, this was the bear market. This was FTX capitulating, 3 Arrows Capital. BNB was literally one of the only things moving up. My gosh. My gosh, you're beating Bitcoin up here. That's wild. Of course, it's back down here 70%. But look at this. From 2021, friends, it's only down 40%. So it's very, very, very strong. Very, very strong from that price point. Just showing, but that's a rare unicorn, man. They have one of the most profitable companies in the world. All the exchange trading and stuff out here. You know, one of the baby dolls in my Telegram in the friendship call asked me, Somi, should we buy BNB in the next bear market because it's doing well? And I'm like, look, man, do you really want to take the risk? Like, Binance is third cycle next one, just to let you know. Do you really want to take the risk? You know, third cycle curses. Like your odds are too bad. It's totally not worth it. It's like if you get that wrong. But by the way, you can own a bit of it if you want. But just like, what's the point? Like if you're owning BNB because it's going to be good in a bear market, like what you should be better off doing is like just holding USD and waiting for ultimate trash capitulation. Right? That's better instead of like because it'll feel bad the whole time doing that. But you know, everyone each to their own. PumpFun founder Alon, friends, said there will be a PumpFun token in the future. He basically, friends, these people, they just can't be trusted. Okay, they're totally just the way that the Soylana guy types, you could just tell this guy's a sociopath. You could just tell sociopath. There's no empathy. You can feel in their words. No empathy, and their actions actually speak way louder than their words. So let's say you didn't even know who the founder was. What are their actions? They collected $500 million of Sol in free revenues, and they're just dumping all of it. So they collect all the casino traders' money, they dump Sol, and then they're bridging it out of the entire crypto industry. They're just paying themselves. They're just buying all the property and stuff out here. The PumpFun token, friends, is too late now, dude. You needed to buy a PumpFun token literally a year ago. Yeah, but there's nothing there. It'll be... look, I'm always wondering, man. Aren't you curious? Who buys this trash? Like, you're so late. Who's actually going to come buy this trash? But you know what happens. They pay exchanges to get listed. They pay people, influencers, somewhere down the line. And then these influencers, because you're getting paid, you tell your audience the narrative, right? Maybe PumpFun launches and the token is like 10 billion market cap. Yeah. And then, but the KOLs, the narrative that we're pushing is 10 billion's cheap because Coinbase is 100 billion and we're doing more volume than that based off this. Like the comparable is we should be 100 billion. That's how they do. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to convince you this outrageously high number of listing is not outrageously high. It's actually still really cheap. And this is your great opportunity. By the way, this is Wall Street 101. This is how Wall Street cuck Main Street. This is how Wall Street cucks everyone. Because a stock, you know, the JP Mosquito, they get to buy it at 5 cents. And then their insider friends, other banks get to like, you know, buy the IPO at 10 cents. And then it lists like 45 cents day one on the stock market, and they're just dumping on retail. That's why these new listings and stuff out here. That's why they try to make it to the media and get the hype, and then everyone gets wrecked. But they might do, friends, a big stimulus for people. So they might give everyone a lot of the tokens. But yeah, who's going to provide the bid, man? Like, who's going to like? It's literally a Jeet casino. Everyone there's a freaking Jeet. Hodlnomics from the PulseChain community and PDI community. He made a thread. He's like, he's in their trenches. He's basically he made a strategy guide for it, but it's everything I've just been saying. Don't buy the launch. Get unique communities. Wait for 99% drop or 90% drop and start DCA buying slowly. And he says, if you go like 2 to 3x on side, take your initial out. The way he described it was so funny. He goes, my gosh, I have never in my life seen these guys are the GTs of Jeets. He goes, they'll literally sell things down after they're down 90%. They'll full clip 100K out even more, and they'll just get like they'll just to go buy another coin. Like it's super aggressive. But look, friends, it's just like the airdrop meta. Remember the airdrop meta in 2023? When I started seeing all the guides out, I go, it's over. What are we now seeing? All the PumpFun guides. Yeah, Discords and paid groups. Oh, this is how you find PumpFun stuff. It's just Edge is pretty much, you can tell it's gone. And it will downtrend now over time. PumpFun, friends, they extracted value out of Soylana, $500 million. They aggressively dumped Sol. However, this is not an issue for the cuck Soylana users as they enjoy losing money and feeling betrayed too. So for some reason, it's a very interesting, you know, like they could do like one of these scientific social studies about like how these people just love losing. They love losing that much. Like they love losing. They're in the hotel cuck chair. They're feeding the chair. They sit on the chair. They love the way the chair kind of like, you know, helps them hunch their back a bit. The chair doesn't smell good because it's always got, like I said, the collateral squirt damage from the activities on the bed that they're watching. But they love sitting in the chair. It's smelly. It's gooey. It's moldy. But they love it. They love it. It's got the best seat in the house, right? They're all sitting there. They're watching their girlfriends or their wives on the bed. Couple of dudes out there, they don't even know his name. They're like, everybody's having fun in here, right? So this type of person, okay, soulless to an extent, sitting there in the cuck chair, that's pretty much all the Soylana use, just like circling this drain and liking it. And if you just see, friends, that the KOLs that they've risen up, like, yeah, friends, that we've seen all these people's names. Like, there's these pictures of, there's like this podcast. I forgot for these guys' names. This Phase dude, I think. And there's this thread guy. Friends, they're rugging their audience in on camera. They're literally rugging. And there's some other guy named Frank dude. I don't know. He's like, bro, they're rugging in real time, and they're just, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just like I said, friends, like there's a reason there's a cuck chair in every single hotel room. Okay, there's plenty of supply of cucks out there in the world. Now it's interesting. After hearing all that, people would probably listen to me. If you're a cuck and you go, oh, but Ethereum's for cucks too. Okay, actions speak louder than words. Your biggest players are dumping on the VC unlock. Our biggest players for Ethereum are buying up a shitload of the coins. So you're trying to play for the future, friends. That's what it comes down to. And yes, this is Ethereum accumulation. These are, look at this, friends. These are balances, 10K to 100K. And look at this, even over 100K. This is not $100,000. It's 100,000 ETH. You see, 100,000 ETH. So these people, friends, look at this. It's on the rise up. It's starting to tick up. You see, there's a little tick up. And you have balances. Look at this. This has been rising. So Ethereum, they've been accumulating as the price is going down. It's been rising up, which is what you want to see for healthy economy, healthy city. You want to see players accumulating big position size like they know something. Now, friends, I want to give a very, very special shout out to this person is a saint. What you have contributed to the world deserves the highest accolade, appreciation, the highest reward. It brings a tear to my eye in terms of experiencing the joy I got when I saw this. I'm just going to let you watch it with me. So, through the power of artificial intelligence, in all its glory and knowledge, we've been using it now finally for the right reasons. A saint out there in the friendship cult has used AI to give me a crack pipe, simulate a desk in this room, and get me to smoke and do illicit substances. Sir, you are to be saluted. So I've watched this 10 times. I'm like, how does it make it look so realistic? What is going on here? I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. So, sir, you ever watch those war movies, friends? And it's always like, you know, the salutes at the end. That's exactly, and then the US flag is like going down. Yes, that is exactly what's going through my head when I saw this. Now, finally, the real artificial intelligence GDP boost is going to grace us in this economy. Now, friends, moving on to Uncle Bobby. Uncle Bobby's got his expectation for the cycle. And he's basically got, like, remember, Uncle Bobby, friends, he's an actual investor like me, where you don't know the future, you try to guess, and then you try to tell people 1,000 times. It can change at any moment. It's just an idea. Be ready for everything. But because people want to latch onto one idea, they don't spend the 5 minutes looking through everything. They're like, okay, give me one number, give me one word. Okay, I'm done. You know? If the cycle keeps repeating, though, he's got a fractal down here. This moves up to about 250K Bitcoin by October. But he continues. But what he's expecting now, he goes, if everything continues, he says, kind of funny, it lines up with me. This is strange how it lines up. He goes, the new weekly cycle starts at the end of this month. So basically, new weekly cycle begins for like the next phase for Bitcoin. It peaks in May or June. Now, you remember, friends, that is when remember I said for others BTC, right? May or June is around here. Yeah. And by the way, he's only looking at Bitcoin. So it's possible Bitcoin peaks in like May, and then it like does like a little lower high in June, and that's the alt season wave up. So that's possible as well. The final peak for the final week cycle starts in August. Yeah, August, and then it peaks October to December at the end of this year. That is almost a 4-year high. And he goes, the 4 weekly cycles that we've looked at, the low to the high is about almost a 2x, with 20% pullbacks. So that could be what we're looking at. So if we look at like this next leg, where's the low to the high? Look at it right here. So I'm just wondering if this one low to the high, if we get another another 2x, 50 to 2. So we'll see how many waves you have left. He's also got that structure here. He goes, look, is this a guarantee? Hell no. The last cycle fell short of the extension. Okay. So this is something to think about. In here, he's mentioned if Bitcoin's like 150K in like June and then alt season wave 1, he's getting half of his crypto out. He's just getting half of it out. Now, you just got to think about that. Everyone is going to say that. But I guarantee you the price targets aren't going to be there for everyone. So it's like, you know, I hope you're on the right ones with me to even like take something out. Remember your Jeet Stack? Yeah. Think about your Jeet Stack. You're still holding it. Just think about that, because your Jeet Stack friends as well, you got to accommodate for the fact that if we go down from this mid-cycle year and there's let's say there's a slower summer for US, July, August, June, July, August, September, whatever, after it peaks, you got to be at least mentally tough enough to deal with friends and family saying like, isn't the cycle almost over? Huh? You didn't take everything out. You know, that can happen. So you just don't know. That's why if you've taken a Jeet Stack, at least you're not like stressing about the money. What's a Jeet Stack? I mean, like, it depends for everyone, man. It could be 5%, it could be 10%. The Jeet Stack could be like something, how much what you put in, just something where you're just like, look, man, I know I don't want it to be over, but if there's an interim and we don't get proper euphoria, you can hold through. It's also funny, shout out to J Plush friends. I've just scrolled down and J Plush has talked about Uncle Bobby's Jeet Stack. Just, it's funny using the same language. Uncle Bobby got his Jeet Stack loaded. By the way, even if we got the first portion of this type of move, say 90K to 160K March to May, June, I would be selling half of my crypto stack there. I will cover it in the next video. Also, Mr. Sovereign Fish, sir, I'm reading your comment now. I'll read it for everyone in the audience. I'm feeding the same thing too, bro. He also said he plans on selling half his stack in May or June if it follows this pattern. I got a bad feeling that the entire market is going to front run sell in May and we're just going to chop all the way to Q4. Still too much hopium out there. So you're right. You're right. There's a lot of hopium, but man, like, I'm just going to be honest, man. You know, when evil Chinese government dumped on us and ruined the bull market of 2021, there was a lot of hopium. We would go back up, but the hopium worked in the bull market. Yeah. This is the year. I've actually made these videos for you. In this bull market year, this is the year the hopium actually works. I'm just letting you know. What you're doing is you are basing everything off the past 3 years, which is normal because it's bear market stuff. In this year, magic happens. So that's what prediction, whatever you want to call it, prediction, prophecy, potatoes, whatever you like, friends. I do like mashed potatoes with gravy, mushroom sauce. I'm more of a mushroom sauce guy. Gravy, the pubs don't always make it as nice. You know what I mean? We can't risk gravy because sometimes they make it a bit too tangy. I don't like the tangy gravy, dude. What happens to just normal stock standard gravy? You have to throw in these 50,000 things. And what's this peppery, like spicy stuff out here, bro? I just want gravy, man. Don't take away from the taste of the steak. Please. Please. That's why mushroom sauce is hard to screw it up. But when you're looking at this hopium, friends, the magic, man. It's the year for the magic. So what's magic? I don't know. We go up here. Everyone says, you know what? It's over. Too much hopium. And then we actually get the white swan. I know. Look, that's why only the believers make it, friends. There's nothing to go off. You know. Shout out to a gentle sir. I was watching Mr. FOMO Factory. I was watching his video and he was showing the early others BTC, and he said something really good. He said something really good. And it's actually very true because it reminded me of what I say. Because everyone goes back to the charts and they're like, oh, so they think it was so easy back then. They're like, oh, if you just held, it was so easy. Just go back and just go buy crypto like in 2016, 2017. And then I say to you, no, dude, you had no sample size. It was literally, this time is different. So if you bought the top of like I'll show you, friends, like if you bought the top of even Ethereum on its launch, okay, even Ethereum on its launch, Ethereum opens at $10, at $3. ICO was 30 cents, and then you're still down here, right? Like I know it looks easy now. Like, dude, who would sell Ethereum at $1? Yeah, but All you have is a sample size of the stock market, dudes. Pretty much. That's how early it is. And stock market dudes are saying, dude, the stock market gives you 8% per year. You are still buying someone else's 300% gains. It's never going to go up. It's like too overvalued. You see? So you could easily fool yourself into going, oh crap, I better take out my money and go do something else with it. I better get out now before it goes to zero. These people are just going to dump. But then look what ends up happening. The absolute monster moonshot rocket Ethereum, and then it goes bang, all the way up here, 1000x. See what I mean? So from $1, you're selling at $1, but then it goes up to $1,000. Yeah, but then that Hopium, also that unicorn thing sticks in everyone's mind. But you see, friends, it wasn't easy. It's not easy. Like you back then, it was earlier, but that's why people only had like $400 in, $300, because there's literally no sample size. Now, people don't have $300, $400. Now people have $300,000, $400,000, right? People have 30, 40K in, right? That's what they've done. So everyone's hopes and dreams are more tied up now. But it's easier. You've seen stuff happen before. But yeah, we do have to be mindful of everything out here, especially when it comes to these. I know everyone's got Hopium. I know, so trust me, you're like, man, the crowd's all in. But yeah, but dude, this is the bull market year. This is the year the Hopium actually, like you get to see why investors. So where does Hopium come from? It comes from the past crypto. Why do we have Hopium that things are just going to smack up? Because they did it last cycle. Because Ethereum did 1000x. Because Bitcoin did 20x from the low to the high last cycle. You see? Because gaming coins did 100x. Luna went to $100. We remember all of these things. Olympus down 500x. I can go on and on and on. Doge 250x. SHIB did 1,000,000x. Do you see this? That's Hopium. Because like, but when did those moves happen? In the bull market year, in the magic year. They all happen either in 2021, 2017, or 2013. I literally know the years. They're the Hopium years. So like you and I, we have Hopium because of those sample sizes. Sample size of 3, but because of those sample years, the bull market years, the actual bull market stuff. But that's how it all comes into effect. That's why we're ultimately here, because it has worked in the past. Doesn't mean it's going to work forever necessarily, but that's where it all ultimately comes from. And the only way we're going to make it, friends, is everyone unifies together and they keep believing. All right? You unify your beliefs and your spirit. You don't unify your genders. Uniswap have been unifying their genders here, friends. Uniswap unifying Ethereum together. So if you're curious, why has Ethereum got, where's the third cycle curse come from? Well, it's the third cycle. There you go. Number one. Number two, what's the actual critical issue? It's this. Look at all their layer 2s. And by the way, there's about 40 more coming. They're like, wait a minute. How do you have all these highways leading up to towns when the city's not even like being marketed? Friends, it's literally like the mayor of New York telling everyone, don't worry about coming to New York. You can go to all those other places. And people are like, okay, sweet. And it's just a click of a button, right? You don't have like a real Reed's Law or Metcalfe's Law advantage as much as you do as like a physical city. So unifying Ethereum together, friends. So this is Ethereum. Obviously, I replied. Only thing Uniswap is unifying right now are your genders. It's time to unban HEX. And I put all the HEX logos out here. So this is what you can see out here, friends. You see this, you got like, Cello. They were a layer 1. Now they just renamed to layer 2. You have LF0, you have Scroll, Blastinast, Molestia. A lot of these chains, they were layer 1 chains in 2021. Then Ethereum introduced the layer 2 thing, and everyone was like, okay, sweet, let's just be an Ethereum layer 2 because Ethereum's successful. So they were meant to be their standalone chains. Now they're just going to suck off the teat of Ethereum. Well, look, if you want to suck off the teat of Ethereum, you have to look after them when they get older. Right now, they're not, friends. They're not offering anything. They supply a chain. They do the stock standard things. Make a DEX, make a money market. Their VC developers get in. They just copy paste the Ethereum stuff. They put it all in. Look, it's all right if there's people around. People aren't buying into your junk, bro. They're all too expensive. They're just buying meme coins because they know how the games end. Because we've run the experiment too many times where they release a yield farm. They get you to lock up the token. They go, oh, if you stake this for like 12 months, you'll get like 50% yield. And they try to get as much money to buy the token and stake for the yield. And then when everyone's locked up, they start beginning the OTC process. They start slowly. After everyone's locked up, then they start selling in the background. So everyone's lost on these. And they go, oh, crap, in 12 months, I'm going to get back my money. I'll have 50% yield, but the whole thing's down 99%, like with HEX. That's what happened in 2021, friends. That's why 2020. That's why people stopped doing it. So they've exhausted all this. But see, these people, friends, they're not looking for like 1000x. Because these VCs, they have $1 million to invest. And with the VC friends, you know when you have capital, a 2x is a big win. And I'm not joking. A 2x is a big win because the stock market's 10%. They deliver 100%. They call it a big win. They call it a big win. Like my friends, Raoul Pal was celebrating in his and that's Raoul, man. Raoul's awesome. And he's like pretty much like a DJ and macro guy as well, as much as DJ as you can get in that level. Yeah, he was celebrating 150% return. Killed. That's 2.5x. That's like you're literally top of the top of the top of the top. You bing Soylana, you got all the unicorns, you got everything. 2.5x. You see? Because they're dealing with bigger capital. This is why you have all these layer 2 chains. Now, how's it all going to resolve itself? Look, they're going to have to make more stuff. I'm sure something will figure itself out and more people come in. But now you get to see, friends, where's your cult, man? Where's the cults here? Where are the cults? See, PulseChain's got a cult. Okay, we don't have 1,000 developers on there. But there's a lot of hardworking people here, friends. So whenever anything successful happens on any other chain, they just deploy it on PulseChain. There you go. Like, we don't really need your application. We don't actually really need it, you know, because they're not making you money. That's what these apps aren't making anyone money, you know, because you think, oh, these apps must be really making people money. They're not. DeFi was meant to do it, and then we learned it was just a Ponzi. They're just paying yield into certain places, just like the gaming stuff, but you don't have enough new people coming in, you lose. So you have to solve for the new people coming in. How do you solve for that? Well, unfortunately, we're slaves to the cycle, but also solving for new people coming in. How about you keep people staying? That's why you try to become a cult. Memes, cults, religions. Okay, not satanic, culture. So if you're just a meme, there's memes everywhere. Yeah, there's memes everywhere. You become a scarce meme, you got a cult. Cult is your goal as a cult should be to become a religion. Get as many people, many different nationalities all around crypto into you to make you as big as you can. That's Bitcoin's number one, right? Bitcoin all around the world. So that's ultimately what has to get fixed. It'll get fixed, friends. The prices are low. They just reflect this stuff out here. But if you're wondering why don't Ethereum people have this sense of urgency, one, a lot of them, they're not really like, you know, like brutes. They're like, friends, they pick wizards when they play the RPGs. They're never the barbarian pickers. You don't have a single barbarian picker in any of these Ethereum stuff out here, right? So the most you'll ever get on the attack side, maybe they'll pick like one of the thief agility guys. Yeah, probably be. No one's a brute. No one's a paladin. No one wants to do that game stuff out here. But ultimately, price is going to have to pump, man. You're just going to get cucked forever. Like, subscribe, better, and I'll catch you soon.